Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today, if you're looking for a real-life location that should be both possible to do and fun to do and creative, we like a little bit of creativity. Today's map is probably one for consideration. It is one of those cities in Europe that kind of gets forgotten about by anybody not in that part of Europe. I'm saying that as a Northern European here. Yeah, you ask me to name a list of European cities. This one I think I would forget about for a long time. But yet it is an absolute classic. And factoids, because factoids will tell you a little bit about the history of the city. It goes back a long way. But before we do any of that, yes, we always start with a daily reminder, and if you haven't been reminded lately, well, we're going to do it today. About now, maybe. That's right, clicking that like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Bern by Uncle Ron. Yes, not Uncle Tom, not Auntie Susan. not stepbrother Keith, none of those. Uncle Ron. Yes, they're back, and they've got some experience. There's your start square. It's just slightly to the left as you're looking there of the main centre hub of the city. Terrain heights look absolutely perfect, which you'd expect for a terrain height map. Resources, you've got lots of farmland and forestry going on there, bits of other stuff as well. And then if you have Sunset Harbour and want to do some fishing, it's not the strongest fishing map, but again, you can get some stuff out of those rivers. Off to the workshop, what do we need? Well, there's no DLC required today. Nicely written description, very straightforward and to the point as well, with the Bern map theme mix, the Relight to Alpine LUT as well. And then there's a required collection. These are the things that you do need. Looks quite long, but when you consider that a lot of these are the highways and the roads that are used, a lot of these will be using the same textures, so it's not actually as big as it looks. Plus we've got the railway replacer mod. They're the words. The railway replacer mods as well. There's also an optional opt-in. Doesn't really affect things too much if you don't have procedural objects or the intersection marking tool, but they're all nice to have anyway. We've got the image overlay as well. If you want to rebuild Bern and have it accurately, you'll want the image overlay mod, and there are links to the maps as well. If we jump right back to, I think it was the first page on the workshop. But we're not going to do that now. Not going to do that now. We're just going down at ground level to have a look at the map. Now, in terms of accuracy of a one-to-one map, yeah, this one's there. This one's there. There's not too much for me to grumble about on this one. It's an Uncle Ron map. We've done Uncle Ron 5 times in the past, so I suppose we should do this one. Episodes 1191, they got 11 stars. 1263, 13 stars, yes. 1335 and 1389 were 12 stars each, and we're not going to talk about 1385. We're not. I didn't even mention 1385. Do not go and watch 1385. We're trying to promote the good stuff. Not when things go wrong, and sometimes things go wrong. Listen, it's life, Nothing's gone wrong with this map. I have one thing that I would like to have seen more time spent on, and making a proper feature of that particular area on this map. Just one thing. The fact that it hasn't been made a feature area means that you, as the creative city builder, get to make that creative feature area yourself. Is that a bad thing? Well, not really, no. It's not really a bad thing, but sometimes when you see something and it's very definitive to an area, you go, actually, I would love that to have already been made, and then I can just get on and start really concentrating on the city itself. The city, and I've spent some time, in fact, a lot of time in the map editor, not map editor, Google Earth, That's the other thing. It feels like the map editor sometimes, the amount of time I spend in there. But yes, I spent some time in Google Earth having a look at the city, marrying and measuring things together, and it looks very accurate. There's one little point that I'm going to pick up on in terms of an inaccuracy, but I'm only going to pick up on one thing. I'm sure there's dozens. But nothing really jumped out, just this one thing. So I'll be making a big thing about this one thing. Just because I've got to talk about something, haven't I? But take my word for it that the map overall, in terms of accuracy and how it just feels like it should be. The map feels like it should be, is how I'm going to describe it, I think. Here's our main swooping intersection. I'm sure it's got a name in real life. We've got it's just beautifully done. It is just beautifully done, and we'll be coming back here for that one thing a little bit later on. Yeah, it's down here, Uncle Ron, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll come back to that. It's minor, and honestly, just forget about it. Just forget about. Don't even bother updating it. Honestly, please don't. It's fine as it is. Heading down now into Start Square territory here. These little roads here are already in place, and then you can just connect up your side streets and your back streets and your front streets and your middle streets and your back streets. No, I've said back streets. Then this heads across here, and we're on the other side of the river now. Yes, we are exactly that. I'm not going to spend too much time looking at what I would call the centre of Bern. What everybody would call the centre of Bern today, because, well, you don't have to recreate the city. You could use this for your own blueprint for a city. Make something creative yourself. But if you are looking to recreate a European classic style city and you like Titan, today's a great time to head on over to their workshop and just subscribe to everything. Well, pretty much everything. A lot of things. Just go and just eat up everything Titan's got for this build, especially for the centre of Bern. The city is away from the centre, a mix of classic Germanic style buildings mixed in with modern style buildings. Just a classic old city with modern buildings tucked in there as well. But the middle part of Bern, well, factoids because factoids. I don't want to get too much ahead of myself here, but the middle part of Bern, that's the part where, do you know what? I think there's fun to be had in trying to recreate it. Hang on, another steam train. I'm going to put. Look, enough. Enough is enough. It's gone. Right. Just ignore it. We didn't have one of those today. I need to go find out what blinking train that one is, just so I can unsubscribe to it. It's starting to bug me. If steam trains becoming a meme of their own within a meme-infested show. Haven't had that many today, actually. Are you playing BonBonBingo? Link, of course, to the BonBonBingo cards are in the description. Play along, check off the memes as we go, if there are any. I don't know that there are today, to be honest with you. I can't remember. I can't even remember what's on the BonBonBingo card. Just mass transit, that's on there, isn't it? Which we didn't have that. Network extensions too. Well, that's not on there today. Drowned trees, you won't see any of those today. The Essential Lighthouse, nope. Everybody's favourite factory, nope. I mean, it's normally a meme, so perhaps the steam train needs to be there in today's show to make it a more meme-infested show. Anyway, the rail's fine. I mean, I'm not talking about the rail because there's not really too much to talk about. Took me a short while to get the catenaries up. It was a question of going into the relight settings and activating each individual one. It was a bit of a crawl of a job, but definitely worth doing. I've gone with mostly the Swiss ones because, well, we're in Switzerland today, in case you didn't know. So I've gone with Swiss, where Swiss was available, when Swiss wasn't available. Germanic style, I feel that we're probably sort of about there. Of course, if you're running steam trains, you won't need any of those, will you? Right, I think we'll jump over the rail here, over the river here, to the rail over here, to this pretty tunnel and the intermission.
Are you confused with the difference between a mod and an asset? And what's the deal between a theme and a LUT? Then you need BonBonB's Beginner's Guide to Mods, Assets, Themes, and LUTs. Click the information button now.
And back to Bern by Uncle Ron. There are no shipping routes. The rivers are a bit too windy and widdly, and we're in Switzerland for Pete's sake. Not renowned for big shipping routes. We do have an air route though. The air route it goes alongside the airstrip, and what with the airport's DLC coming very shortly, maybe that's a great map to be building your first airstrip airport DLC airport. I know what I'm trying to say, it's just not working. Water flow, we have a river. It is a working river system, but not the strongest and deepest and widest. So you're probably going to want to have alternative solutions to pumping and drawing than these rivers. Not sure what's going on under these rivers. Rocks, probably, actually. Probably. Anyway, the map as a whole, yes, taken from a terrain height map of Bern. And I would say it looks on point for what it needs to do. We have trees here and there, and lodges and lines, and from the top, I can't marry it up exactly with Google Earth, but it's close enough, very much close enough to be playable and enjoyable, I would feel as well. We've got over here, if we head over here, we have got down here, we've got this intersection, and it's looking rather cool. It's looking rather cool. And oh, I've got to show you this as well. The pillar choices down here for the highway look amazing. I haven't married those up with the map either, the real life map. That just looks fine. I don't need everything to be exactly like for like. Right, okay, I did say one grumble. Okay, this is my one grumble on the map in terms of accuracy. So this is correct. We have 3 lanes, 2 split off to the right, 1 goes straight on, as you would expect. And then that one that goes over then splits into 2 lanes, which is also accurate as per the real life. Remember, Uncle Ron, don't change this. It's just a talking point, okay? Anyway, this comes round here. And now, in real life, there are only 2 lanes. They split at this point. We don't get a 3rd lane breaking off. So and also, there could probably be a line in angle. I'm going to be picky. Just to see whether it can be done. I'm sure it can be done. Using the intersection marking tool, and wait for it to open up, choose the nodes, there we go, the point, sorry, that's the point in the red one, there's the red one, and then if I use the offset and I'll swoop it, and that's got, there you go, perfect. But anyway, no, ignore that. The lanes, we have in real life just 2 lanes, left lane splits off, the right lane goes straight on. But if you look at this 2 lanes that go straight on, they merge before they merge. So I would say yes, that is a mistake. Oh, Uncle Ron, you've made a mistake. Oops. There might be more, but I'm not looking around the map for more and more and more. I don't think it really matters at all, because it's still easily good enough. Airport, yeah, airport looks pretty cool. Although I'm going to say that the line markings, I don't know what you can do about these, because I've never actually played with the airport runway mod. But yeah, it looks the line markings look like they've been painted by the infamous young boys of Bern, don't they? Yeah, when I say the young boys, like Cub Scouts, not the actual young boys of Bern. That's a different thing altogether. Anyway, yes, it looks a bit clunky, but again, I can't give advice because I've never used them. A little bit of flooding going on here, or is it water spawn? Hang on, let me just check. I do not know. No water spawns there, so yeah, a little bit of flooding. That's fine. I mean, we do get flood. Lowlands do flood, and it might dry out a little bit all on its own, possibly. I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. So anyway, yes, a little bit of wetland going on down there. What more have we got? Now, here is the old part of the city. Hang on. I forgot to put me asset of the day in. Asset of the day is in place. Right, we go back to where we were. Sorry about that. The old part of the city along here. including Ubitsa Castle. Okay, now this one is procedural object and it's a placeholder, to use Uncle Ron's terms. So just delete that and rebuild the area. But yes, a classic part. I would like to see the water structure that goes along here, though. This is the one thing that I really am missing from this map. I think add that and it becomes Bern. I think so. But yeah, I mean, the Heritage Castle is not a bad effort, considering. And whilst we're up here, I suppose we should be coming down here for the asset of the day. Which just put it in there. You saw me do it. It's the Argostoli House 22. But I'm not done yet. Not done yet. Greek style, I would say, although you may say just it's, you know, Israeli. I haven't read up on it, but Argostoli sounds Scottish. No, it sounds Greek to me. Factoids, because factoids. Bern. Bern is the de facto capital of Switzerland, referred to by the Swiss as their federal city. With a population of about 144,000 as of 2020, Bern is only the 5th most populous city in Switzerland, though. The official language is German, but the main spoken language is the local variant of the Alemannic Swiss-German dialect, Bernese German. In 1983, the historic Old Town, in German the Altstadt, is the centre. In the centre of Bern, became a get the words out, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So yes, city centre of Bern, UNESCO site worth doing. Argostoli House 22, thereby not done yet. Great assets from you. Oh, we're so blessed. We're so blessed, and I'll be blessed too if you voted on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. Use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Hit the I button now, top right corner of your screen, or the link in the description. Take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, Apple, or a Patreon account. But what do I think of today's map? Well, aesthetically, I think it's on point. I'm not glowing with it, but it looks exactly how I want it to look. I don't think on its own it stands up as a 4-star map, but because it is matching up with how it should look, I'm going to push it just into 4 stars, only fractionally. Detailing, there is a lot more that I would like to see on the map, but what we're seeing here is on point. 1 or 2 minor grumbles. But I'm going to push it into 4 stars. I'm going to go medium-low 4, because I want to see more. I feel the map deserves more. Gameplay potential, very playable for a rebuild of Bern, or even your own style of city build. I'm going to go, again, medium-low 4, just because I don't find it very exciting. But does it have to be exciting? It's not about excitement, it's about city building. What are you talking about, BonBon? Bern by Uncle Ron. Do you know what? Because it does everything it needs to, I'm giving it a seal of approval. If you're looking for a one-to-one city build, you won't be disappointed with this one. And as locations go, it's a really interesting one. But I say, would like to see that water feature and possibly just a bit more time spent on the castle, just to make that little corner pop. And then, yeah, the map is more than just a top-down view. That's the long and short of it, anyway. If you're still here, you're part of the 20 and out elite. Use the words of the day in the comments. Score yourself some population points just for fun. I'll be back tomorrow with another map in the What's Map series. Have a great day. I've had a lot of fun today, and I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun tomorrow. Thanks for watching.